Hi guys, this is Jamie with GettingCrafty.net. So this is part 2 of our awesome brush show demonstration using the, if you saw the Celebrate Amazing You color that I did earlier in this week, you can see the full tutorial using this on my blog at GettingCrafty.net. What we're going to do is this whole week we're going to be using all the extras that were die cut from this piece here, and we're going to create something new and wonderful with it. So I hope that you love this outpouring of sparkling, colorful love waiting for you. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to partner with another set of stamp sets and dies in order to create this great technique. When your products coordinate like Stampin' Up's products do, these everyday jar framelits are fabulous, and it works with the Jar of Love stamp set. It's one of my favorite stamp sets. Today we're going to be using the larger of the jars, and it's a photopolymer stamp set, or at least the one I have is, and we're going to stamp it on Whisper White with the archival black ink. So the paper I have set aside, of course, is right here with the black archival ink. The reason I use our black archival ink pad is that it's a waterproof ink pad. It does take a little bit of time to dry, just keep that in mind. Not a ton, just a smidge. And anytime you stamp with photopolymer stamp sets that clear all the way through, you want to have a pierced pad underneath. What that is going to do is give you a better resolution of a stamp. So it's going to go down, and that pierced pad's going to push back. Boop! Isn't that gorgeous? Look how easy that is. Now I have to put things away as I'm crafting, or I totally lose everything. That's kind of how I roll. We're going to use our Big Shot die cutting machine and our magnetic platform. Let's see if I can just put it right here. Right here. And the reason I like the magnetic platform is this. I can place my Thinlit down and it's not going to go anywhere. It is going to stay right where I want it to be. I'm going to place my sheet on top, and then I'm going to crank all the way through. And you might hear a pop. That's just where it's cutting into the plastic pieces, and it's not harming it in any way. Okay. And this is a framelit, so this is actually designed to frame out a stamped image, just like that. What we're going to do next is this. We're going to create a world of color within a jar. It makes me so happy, I can't even tell you. Anytime I do this messy crafting, especially with Brusho, I have a tendency to use a cookie sheet. I go down to my store, that's my discount store. I know in different parts of the world they don't have it, but we have a dollar store, and it's called a Dollar Tree. We have the 99-cent store. So I grab these, and we use them only for crafting, and they stack and store and go away so easily. Now what we're going to do is use our aqua painter. This comes in a 2-pack, and we're going to create a well of ink. We're going to go really juicy and wet. And we're going to be using the Brusho color crystals. You want to have them on hand and ready to go right away. I should have done that. Hold on here. Here's my yellow, my brilliant red, and my Prussian blue. I'm going to get this like a puddle of water. I really want it to go all the way across and be puddled up. And you could actually do this with heat embossing as well with your jar, and it's going to create. Now, as soon as the Brusho hits that water, it bursts with color, and it's one of the happiest things for me ever. I love me some color burst. We're going to add the red, and the reason being is if you saw the creation of this page here, it would include these colors, and I just want to create a similar look. It doesn't have to be exact. Maybe a little bit less of the blue, and I'm going to let it set just like that. Because I have no patience, I'm going to actually use my heat tool to heat set this for you right now. Okay, so I love how intense, but that blue is so sharp that you will see I actually used a napkin. Whenever I use Brusho, I keep napkins nearby so that I can blot off color. And this is such an on-trend technique right now. It's so intense and beautiful. Lots of intense pigments and pure, true color that is going to wow. Now, everything that didn't land on the water is actually going to be brushed right off. It's really easy. If you were to see my board, you should be able to see like the little crystals kind of rolling around there. And that is where it didn't connect, so it didn't burst. So now I have this, what looks like it's pouring out. Now it could be something you fill halfway. You can have a lot of fun with this look, right? So what we're going to do is take the die that we did yesterday, or just earlier this week, and you can see the full tutorial on my blog at gettingcrafty.net, and we're going to use this die, and we're going to use thick Whisper White cardstock that I scored at 4 1/4 and cut. Look at my fingers, they're all inky colored. Holy cannoli. Which is so funny. I'm married to an Italian, if you didn't know it. And I speak multiple languages, and one of them is Italian. When you are crafting with Brusho, keep baby wipes nearby. I get the kind that has no lotion, no perfumes, none of that. It's just a plain baby wipe. And I'm going to make sure that my fingers are nice and clear because this intense color will translate to your crafting. You want to make sure that you get a better resolution without the transference. So, and I do get them under my nails. How awful is that? It's just too funny. Okay. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use the bone folder to crisp the edge. And we're going to make this an elongated card. And I do see my fingerprints, but I'm not too worried because we're going to cover it up with the In Color Dapper Denim. So what we're going to do is apply the Dapper Denim, which is at 4 inch by 5 1/4 inches. And we're going to use our snail adhesive. And I'm going to place that on the front of the card. Then what we're going to do is apply this strip of Whisper White cardstock. We're going to apply this piece of Whisper White cardstock, which I have trimmed down to nestle within the paper. And I have it at 3 3/4, no, I have it at 2 1/4 by 5 inch. So it's going to tuck in and it kind of just nestles in. Then what we're going to do is using our fine tip glue pen and this amazing word that was die cut from our previous card, we're going to actually apply a fine tip level of glue, just like this. You don't need very much. So you're just going to fill in just little spots here and there all across the back of this word. And I'm not doing it because I'm going to reuse this tomorrow. And then you're going to apply it down on your card just like this. Whenever you use the fine tip glue pen, I grab my silicone sheet and I place it on top so that it holds that image down. Actually, I might just do it because I want to recreate this anyway. I love it so much. I do. I am a girl who loves her color. I don't know about you, but I know I do. And this was done on the shimmer white cardstock. So you're going to see this little sparkling shimmer. That's my kid's cell phone. Gotta love that. If you don't know, I have 6 kids, 5 girls and a boy, and we homeschool, but this is our winter break anyway. So they're outside playing so that Mom can videotape without losing my mind. Oh, crack. Okay, apply down with the, oh, I'm using my Fast Fuse. I just grabbed whatever adhesive was on hand. And apply that down just like this. Apply your word amazing across the top. And I did want it to kind of dip down into the other cardstock just like that. And your silicone sheet will make sure that your fingers don't get all that ink all over it. Now I'm going to take the end of this tip and my napkin and I'm going to clear the line just like that. I want to make sure you can hear the air just like that. We're going to put the fine tip glue pen just like this. I use my finger as a guide, otherwise I lose it. I can't see the dimension on that where the connection is, but here it just lines right up. I close it as soon as I can with the fine tip glue pen. And then what we're going to do is, this is nice and dry thanks to my heat tool. We're going to flip it over and we're going to apply Stampin' Dimensional adhesive. You really do want to apply your adhesive after it's been dried. You can let it sit there and create a unique scene with each application. It's really like a snowflake. It's going to be unique and not exact, which is kind of fun. You have to embrace that beautiful cosmic look. Then I'm going to remove my silicone sheet and apply my little jar of color. And yes, again, I went above so that it will capture all the ink tones and bring it all together. And what you have is this beautiful, amazing color that you can just pour out and send to somebody that you love. If you order with me and use the hostess code for this month at gettingcrafty.net, I will send you a Brusho handmade card from me. I hope you enjoy this. Check it out on my blog, again, gettingcrafty.net, and I will see you soon.